Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to the Arctic. It's cold. I hope you have a cup of coffee or something at your side because you're going to need it for this episode, as we're primarily focusing on our colony Port Deverly, where we are right now. It's a beautiful day indeed. Blue skies, cold, minus, let's say 200 degrees. And we do have a lot of people out there already making shelter, getting themselves warmed up and ready for the work ahead in Port Deverly. We got 32 explorers right now. The airship has arrived with the first materials from Crown Falls, the first supplies. There would be some timber and also some coal for all that heating that we need. There's also now the space for a ranger station. Very important that we built this. It's kind of like your fire station and hospital at the same time. So it can provide fire services. It can also provide the sicknesses, curing the sicknesses that appear because, well, we do have no heating. Now with that, it has a pretty big range, right? So it can affect quite a lot of my people here on both sides. Both of these districts can be achieved with that. And we want to continue, of course, right away with, first of all, a bit more building. So we have lots of timber available. So let's just build shelters where we have the heating. That would be basically here and also here still. There's a few more, so the Port Deverly really starts to grow. There is one more, and I think this also has one tiny slot there, but that's enough to supply it already with everything necessary. Now, Port Deverly has the first requirements then right away. It's the canteen already fulfilled, and then as we can see, pemmican will be coming up next. We don't have that much space, and I already have a pemmican production. I don't want to waste even more space. So King William Island, our first shelter that we had, is providing materials for Deverly. And how is it doing this? Well, we need to provide more. We do have the whaling station, we do have the heating, and we do have the workforce. Let's go ahead and build the next whaling station then in our camp here. With that, we can afford another caribou hunting cabin that I would like to have over here. As we can see, another 100% fulfilled right away in here. And then we have another pemmican cookhouse also once again here. The 100% will still be fulfilled also for the charcoal kiln. Lumberjack hut, it's at 99%, but that's fine. They don't have as much space requirement as in the old world, right? So you can easily build industry buildings in their radius as well. Upgrading, not possible yet, but very soon. Explorers, we need 500 and we are 490. So this should actually come up now, right? Let's try to build at least one more. Can we do this somewhere, please? There we go. No, unfortunately, I really don't have more space here, right? We have reached the 500 anyway. And with that, oil lamps have been unlocked. Schnapps has been unlocked. The sleeping bags have been unlocked. And I think also upgrades for the, for the trading post. So we can now go ahead and upgrade them, increasing the storage capacity. Also for the Port Deverly, I would like to do this. Let's unload some more stuff. There you go. And with that, we can unload even more resources then along the way. Can we upgrade once more? We do need technicians for the next step. Now, we do have a bunch of trade routes now going, right? I can activate Rangoon, finally, which is transporting primarily building resources in high quantity over here to Port Deverly. I do also have my airship trade routes that are providing those goods here. However, they don't have that many slots, and we don't need that many slots. So coal is very important, but steel beams, for example, we don't really need anymore. The same goes with the timber, right? So the building materials are being provided by the big ship. The smaller ship provides more consumer goods. And as we already know, we do need schnapps as well over here. And the other one was brass, right? Brass for our oil lamps. Let's get this over here too. I think we're going to need to clear at least the first slots here of that. As we can see, way too many steel beams anyway. Clearing that up, and I think the other airship should be somewhere in Crown Falls at the moment. That's the latter one. Might be in transit. There it is. It's empty anyway. Perfect. So there is not going to be any problem. And with that, we have then the brass and also the schnapps coming over. Schnapps will be something for the heat requirement down here, though we still have a bit of time to reach that. And oil lamps is the one with the brass. There we have the oil lamps, right? So brass, and then just the whaling station together with the oil lamp factory. So also very easy. Whaling station we can provide here in the port itself. Probably going with 2. And the other 2 we're going to use in King William Island. By the way, this one is not heated. Right, so that's the pemmican food. I will need another cargo ship. I have this one available right now, Emerald Skies. So we are also creating now a trade route within the Arctic, King William Island to Port Deverley, and this one is then providing the pemmican that we need. I first need to find it, of course. It's getting really busy here at the moment. I might actually just filter that to the Arctic. There it is. And pemmican is going to be the first resource, and also, once again, only what we have in the Arctic Emerald Skies, you're going to do this here. We're going to rename this one to Frozen Explorer. Emerald Skies is probably not right. And we also, since it's getting a bit busy, need to create a new group, and that is Arctic, of course. Let's just have a look. This one here, we can actually move to a new group. And this one is being called then Arctic. That we have that. And I might actually put everything that we have into Arctic, or this one here. No, this one can be global, right? And this one here is also global. There you go. And one is in the Arctic. We're going to need a few trade routes within anyway. Alright, so pemmican is coming over. We have definitely enough of that. We can continue with a few more buildings. Let's do this. That's that. And then I might actually provide the next heater already. To that side. I think we can still go ahead with one more in between before I go with the heater. Nope, that's not going to be possible anymore, because then we are going to neglect some buildings down here. So I do need to build it here. And then we have this block, right? Another canteen for this whole area will be fine. And then just more buildings. Let's go ahead with... Oh, look at that. I can't build here. Interesting. This is a ridge going over there, so not something I can do. Interesting. I did not see that at all. But we, of course, can still continue building then. And let's build the heater. There I can still have 2 more houses. And here we do need to have the road then that goes all the way up there, right? Something like that. For later. Heating wise, I can still go all the way up to this area. Perfect. And yeah, let's build those houses. Let's get it really full in Port Deverley. A canteen. And also some more houses here. And those 2 I can also afford. And Port Deverley with that is also a camp. A pretty big one at that already. Getting the coal over now. Getting the pemmican food over. Heat, and then the sleeping bags, our next production that we already should provide. Now we do need the seal hunting docks for this, and for that I do need to have another station over here. Caribou station it is. A very small one it's going to be. It's really just going to be some hunters that are going to provide me the seal hunting docks, right? We can have this one here. Can I have it like that? No, it does require a direct coast placement. So if I'm lucky, yes, we can get 3 up here. That is just perfect. I don't think we're going to need more than that. That's 6 skins already that we can provide. And with that, we could get up to 12 sleeping bag factories. 6 sleeping bag factories. They consume 1. The goose farm is something that we can have, though, in Port Deverley or in King William Island. Look at that. Quite the wildlife here. They're shocked because they're not alone anymore. And we are settling. We have 65 tons of timber. I think that is enough. Let's just see. Up here in the wood, we might then have another warehouse. I'm going to have a charcoal burner here. Let's try to make one heater use all, right? So I don't want to build more than what is necessary. This one is providing the heat. The heat goes all the way over here to the charcoal burner. Perfect. So actually I don't need that warehouse there. It's providing heat for my seal hunters, and then it's providing heat to my explorers that are going to live here. Let's build one of them for now. That's 30 workforce that we need. I might need to provide a canteen as well, just to keep the happiness up there. And then we can have some of those explorers, and they're just really living here for slaughtering all those seal.
Go then, I've got stuff to do.
Yeah, that's already looking pretty cozy. We're just waiting now for a few workers to move in. And with that, we will also then be able to man that charcoal burner there. Let's actually pause this one, because that one needs the workforce first. Bit of micromanagement. And let's also build a few more here and here, since we have the resources. One of them cost me 5 tons, so 10 tons of timber we should still keep spare. And with that, that's it. Right, now we can build then all the other 2 docks. And with that, this camp is more or less finished already. There's not anything else that I would imagine that I need from this. We're just waiting now for that 1 ton of coal coming in into Caribou Station. What must life be so far away from any kind of civilization out here? Really nothing else. No civilization really, just some docks. Hunting some seal. A bit of coal for the heating. A bit of meat perhaps. And that's it. A bit of schoolie pooping around perhaps in the night. And there you go, coal is in. Let's build the 2 remaining seal docks. And as we can see, workforce is also equal. With that, we have everything that we need really for the settlement Caribou Station. The only thing that's missing now is a little trade route, delivering those seal skins over to Port Devilly. So let's create a new trade route. Caribou Station to Port Devilly. And this is really all about the skin that we can have here, the skins. Let's go ahead with those. Going to be more than enough, and I just need to decide on a ship. Something old. Something small perhaps, because it's a really small trade route. Oh, there's a clipper on the way. I can spoil you that much, and we're going to use that clipper. Perhaps I find it in here. And there it is, the Wisdom of Shaba. And Wisdom of Shaba is going to be on this trade route here, delivering the skins on a good old classic clipper, that is. Oh, look at that. Emergency. The range is really small. I did not check this. That is painful, because I do need to get one of my ships now over. I think we have... Yeah, I have my dreadnought to do this. Getting me a bit of timber over there, because we need to move a few things around here. To make this work, right? So this one here needs to go, unfortunately. And with that, we can move them a bit further over. There you go. And now I can move it in, right? But now I still need the 5 tons of timber to make this work again. But then it works. I promise you this. A carpenter. Yeah, let's go ahead with it. And next up for the seal skins, right? We do need to provide a goose farm. I do have my trade route within the Arctic, right? That is providing the pemmican food. It can also take easily some feathers with it. It requires some heating for the goose feathers, but we can still provide, and we should. First of all, I don't need that sawmill here anymore with the lumberjack hut. It's just outdated at this point. Instead, we can have the goose farm, but look at that. It's only producing 0.5 per minute. The sleeping bag factory requires 1. And that means we do need 2 goose farms for one of these sleeping bag factories. And I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to need more than 2 tons per minute. So I would need to provide, holy cow, 4 goose farms already. And yeah, just at least the blueprints for it, right? So let's just try to make this work, getting us those in here. And as we can see, theoretically it should be possible. The heating we have. And I just go ahead here and spam us in a few of these fields that we have. One more here and one more here. That should do the trick just fine. That's that. And then probably here like that. And probably here like that. Oh boy, we can even have another one here. Another 2 if I wanted to. But that's fine. Let's build the first 2 really that we're already going to need. A bit of workforce it requires. But lucky us, we do have King William Island for that. Poor goose, it's really, really cold. And with that, we only need to adjust really the trade routes that we have, the pemmican food. Now I can also go with another good. And that is the goose feathers. Make this work. Right, so the skin and the goose feathers are coming over to Port Devilly. And the only thing we need here now in my industrial zone, yeah, well, you name it, is the factories. By the way, we don't need that charcoal kiln here. We have lots of coal coming in from the trade routes now. They are now fully operational. And with that, sleeping bag factory. And yeah, probably 2 for starters that we can have here. I can already also provide then the oil lamp factory. Once again, I'm going with 2, just on the other side of it. We can then upgrade the small warehouse as well. I'm just waiting for a bit of brass to come in now. By the way, let's also change some of the global trade routes to the Arctic, because I think we're not going to need that many Arctic trade routes in total, so it's fine to keep everything within the Arctic, even also the trade routes that are going outbound or inbound from the world. And I think those 4 we have already. 4 trade routes, and we haven't even really started yet with the Arctic though, but trade route wise we should not need that much more. Coal is coming in once more. Oh, did we lack coal? No, this is just an occasional outbreak of the Arctic flu, and the ranger station, as we can see, is doing its job already. The cool thing is, if anyone dies, you can really just, you know, leave him in the open. He just freezes anyway.
Skies are clear.
Another thing that's already in as well is the brass, plus 5 tons already. Oh, by the way, here, this one does not have any heating. How dare me. We might... No, we might probably not be able to supply this. I could try it like that. Very close, but unfortunately, nope. We could... Nope, this will only make it shorter. Yeah, this block, unfortunately, is not feasible here. What I could do is nothing for now, because there's the Arctic flu. But I might actually make this block over there, and then this block here. This should work out, right? Because of these slots in the center. I am missing some heating there, but that's that. Right, we do have everything else in. Let's go ahead with the whaling station, because we can continue. The sealskins should be coming in at some point now. Where's my clipper? There it is. Loading it, 50 tons of sealskins already. And we have, by the way, also the timber, so I can build the last one. There's going to be an overproduction soon, but I can really afford the 45 credits on the maintenance costs for a while. And we just have all of them ready for now, and I don't need to worry about sealskins anymore for a very long time. Chopper, off you go over there to Port Deverly. So the skins are coming over. The goose feathers should already be in as well. Yeah, 2 tons. It's a start. It's a start at least. For the sleeping bag factories.
I could simply go to press.
Also, Schnapps is already unlocked for the chili explorers. They're still chili, really. They have alcohol and heaters now. Of course, they still need the bags. And yeah, we can go ahead with this. Let's build 1 oil lamp factory and 1 sleeping bag factory. Both of them provide, I think, 1 per minute, right? Was it? Yes. And that should be enough already, since we don't even consume 1 right now. Though for the sleeping bags, it will happen at some point. Oil lamps is really still very low, so not that much that we need. And with that, we have, I think, then everything ready already for our explorers. Yep, once the oil lamps come in, we are golden. And as we can see, it is ramping up now, but the problem is sustained across the region, 80%. So King William Island does not have the oil lamp. It has not unlocked it though, so it should not count for it. Very good. That was close though, because we don't want to unlock it for this one too. Going up, yeah, this is going to 80. And with that, we can also continue on the main mission then here. And by the way, also upgrade our explorers, of course, to tier 2. There it is. And the clock is ticking. And now we have the ice breaching brigade. Bring them on board where? Yeah, no, not on the dreadnought again. I'm a bit scared with the dreadnought. It's too big. I mean, it is a sturdy ship. Oh, we just get it on the dreadnought. We need to just get back to the same location there again. Let's do this on the dreadnought, and let's deliver it up here again into this tiny area there, so we can break through the ice and continue onwards on this mission. Meanwhile, also the bags are fully in, and that means the explorers have it comfortable now. This should really reduce the sickness rating to a bare minimum. We do have now, as we can see, 2 more houses here. This one is not provided by heat. Why not? It just was. What is going on now? Why is this one not provided all of a sudden? Did I miss something? Okay, we can move it a bit into the inside to make it work, but that's really not looking great. So I guess what we will do, let's just keep this one at its normal position. I will just get this one over here to the other side and make it a courtyard block there as well. Right, so let's not fool around too much here. By the way, the sickness is completely gone, so I will be able now to move all of them over, make another courtyard district here. Then we have this one, and now, as we can see, I can use almost all of the houses then here, except for this tiny space. But that is fine. That is really fine. Next up, yep, we can upgrade. Glorious day indeed. From the explorers to, boom, there it is, tier 2, the technicians. And with that, Port Davily has also started to become a New Horizons mission. More beautiful houses, not the tents anymore, but sturdy wood. Definitely protects you a bit more from the cold. And yeah, lots of requirements now. The coffee, parkers, we have husky sleds, canned food, and the post office. Now, the canned food we could actually already get on the trade route, if I want to. Of course we want to. Let's have a few more here, and also here. And on the other side of the street as well. We can also go ahead and upgrade the harbor area here once more to the next level to provide even more storage, up to 250 tons of capacity. Now, just in time really for the tanker to come in, right? So that it can really fully unload everything that it has. Yeah, it's not going to be fully, but at least most of it.
Are starting to get sick.
Perfect, there you go. By the way, do we still have some slots available? I think we do. We don't need that many steel beams on this trade route. So I would like to go ahead and load in Crown Falls now the canned food on top of it, right? So we can provide this one here. That's 100 tons of canned food. This will be quite enough, right? Because it can really take the full 100 tons that it requires. And also, I'm a bit scared of this, but 100 tons of coffee also getting over. It's really not that much, and we should be able to provide, even though coffee, I know, is always a bit rare because my engineers and investors drink it like crazy. They're addicted to that stuff. I mean, personally, I'm addicted to that stuff too, but my investors, oh, they drink just way more. It should not really be higher than 2 tons per minute though, at the maximum. So we will never really be depleting it. Now, my ship has arrived up here. How the Dreadnought changed. And with that, we opened the passage with a big bang. Oh, this is getting tight. But we can somehow do it. Can we turn around? That will be the major question. Actually, really, can we turn around? Yeah, okay, we can do this with a bit of clipping. Let's continue onwards. It's just fun with the Dreadnought.
For anarcho-syndicalism. Every honest fellow will have their plots.
Oh, come on, Hugo, you're really annoying me there. I cannot focus on anything else. It was Miss Hunt previously, now it's Hugo trying to steal the show. And there is something happened here. The Hades and the Styx, most likely.
What does it take for a captain to abandon his ship? To cross the ice by foot?
Yeah, probably nothing good. Probably all the ice that is here.
Even an icebreaker can carry us from here. Nor will we cover enough ground on foot.
So we need to continue on an airship, I guess, most likely.
You need a blooming airship, you do.
Yeah, we do.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to use an airship that we already have. We are going to build an airship, of course. So we do need to also provide now the airship monument to Port Davily. And what I can see already, and that's really cool, is it will also have the modules for the airmail, right? And it will also have the airship platform for distributing the items across my islands. That's really cool. And we continue onwards then, further into the Arctic, further into the north. Stay tuned.
Yes, I'm a Zeppelin technician, but really...